Attention content creators. Are you tired of struggling to get your work noticed, or are you ready to expand? Look no further than Purpose Inspired TV. We offer a unique opportunity to reach a wider audience by being available on Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, and more. But it's not just about exposure. Purpose Inspired TV is dedicated to uplifting, inspiring, entertaining, and educating viewers with positive content. Whether you're a motivational speaker, a musician, an actor, or a comedian, we want to help you share your message with the world. So why limit yourself to social media platforms when you can now be on TV? With Purpose Inspired TV, you can take your creativity to the next level and make an even bigger impact on your audience. Join Purpose Inspired TV and start sharing your content on TV today.
She Got the Nerve, by Felisa Darius Skipper. This book is fictional, but factual. Based on my personal life experiences, She Got the Nerve delves into Lila's astonishing journey with wisdom, compassion, and boldness, providing inspiring insights into her mindset and the spirituality that propelled her to become who she is today. Surrounded by drug use and constantly hurt and neglected by her parents, Layla is left alone to suffer a world of sexual abuse, religious ruse, and relationship violence. Through the worst of times, Layla learns to rise above the dangerous lifestyle of the streets she grew up on by allowing the love and guidance of Christ into her life. Looking for a book that takes you on a thrilling emotional roller coaster ride? Well, look no further. She Got the Nerve is the book that will captivate you from start to finish. Get your copy today.
What's up, everybody? I pray everybody's doing good. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, baby. We are back. Yeah, we were just live last night, but we are back for part 2. We have some more to talk about, so we're going to get right into it. Let me go ahead and bring Miss Sharice. Let's bring it to the stage. What's up? We are back. Let me see, this way. We still got on our black pen. You're supposed to come this way. This is, you got to get ourselves straight.
You want me to get close to you? Huh?
Get
Close to you.
put that up.
Is this what
I think we fit in here. About to go on a ride. All right, we had a good conversation today, and look, I'm gonna be
Sierra Addicts.
my drink.
Milkshake.
So while we're waiting a little bit, while people come in, try to get this. Anyway, get myself together. She's supposed to give me one of the big juicy straws.
She didn't give it to me. Oh, did you get the one that was in there?
You had a big fat straw. I didn't.
She gave me a big fat straw.
And she gave one for me.
There was a straw for you.
I need a fat straw.
It wasn't a fat straw for you.
I'm supposed to drink this with a little straw. Okay. All right. That's sweet.
Yeah, that's the one you picked. That's the strawberry and peach.
I'm gonna tell people about it a little bit later. So after our show last night, anything you were thinking? Any thoughts on the show from last night that we might have missed? Look at this thing.
You mean for me?
Yeah.
No, you know, I was ready to go talk about what we're about to talk about today.
All right, so we want
I
to.
was fired up. So
What?
what we're gonna talk about today?
Well, go ahead. Let's see branding. Well, go ahead. Let's get. I'm gonna let you go get started first. Here.
Okay, so guys, what we're talking about today is things you should never ask your spouse. Have I ever asked you anything that you're gonna ask that I asked you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh guys, I gotta hear this.
So I caught mine
I'm
as
embarrassed now.
statements that would destroy marriage. So that's mine. So yours is what? Do not ask your spouse. All right. So go ahead with your
Well, I'm gonna
list.
start one.
Okay.
And the first one that I have is, am I better than your ex?
Smart man. We
You
know.
won't answer that question.
We ain't crazy. Well, some crazy might answer that, but I think most average men they running from that. Okay, that's a good one.
Do you love me more than any of your exes?
That's a good one too.
Do you miss any of your exes?
Stuff men would never. Well, smart men would never ask that question, but I believe women will. Question
I
that.
can't really say this because it's like, do you look at other women? I know you look at other women because you have eyes, but I mean, you do it when I'm not around.
Well, women do.
No. This is my question
Okay,
right now. Okay.
I was just elaborating on your questions. All right.
And am I the best? Am I? Well, that goes back to why am I the better ex partner,
You the better what? Oh,
intimate partner? Let's say that. What else?
try to slide over this a little bit. See what happens.
To you, away from me.
Away. Yeah.
You see, guys, he pushing me away from him now. Oh, how many women have you slept with? Don't answer that.
That's
I
a
don't.
crazy question. That's crazy.
No, but that's something that they said. I mean, women are curious about, and some people feel like you should answer that question before you get married.
Some people don't have an answer for that.
Another one is.
I'm gonna say something real quick about that one. It was a guy. It's a video for everything. They got a video on everything. It was, the guys be going around in the streets with a microphone asking questions.
Mhm.
And this guy asked this couple. I don't know if this is relevant to the statement, but it was a white couple, black guy with a mic, white couple, and he asked the guy. No, I think the question was how many people have you been with in one night? And she said 8.
In one night?
Yeah. And the guy was like, what? And she was like, you was there. He was like, what? Yeah, we was at the party. We was at the party together.
She told him he was there?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
And he was like so shocked and embarrassed, but she kept saying, and you was there, and she thought it was cool. And she was like, he was like, that's bad. She's like, why is it bad? Because the other women, they had like 8 and 10 guys.
That's ludicrous.
And she thought it was normal, but he ended up, I think they ended up going their separate ways.
So she had an 8-night stand.
In one night. And she thought it was normal. It's a lot of stuff that.
I never had a one-night stand.
See, we think like one night stand is bad. She was with 8 dudes.
I've never.
She was with 8
had a one-night stand.
She was with 8 dudes and thought that was. She couldn't understand how he was getting upset with her. So that's telling me we are in some different times. We're not in the same times.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying we are in some different times, different mindsets, stuff that normal or strange. Like she thought I was with 8 dudes in the same night at one party, and that's a normal thing. And her man was like, no, that is not cool.
At
That's
all.
not normal. And she was so surprised and upset that he got upset and he left her there. Okay, we can go to your next one.
I just not thought of on the top of my head, and I just forgot because I didn't write everything down. Oh, it was just, you go ahead because it was just on the tip of my tongue.
All right, so I'm gonna stop. I'll probably do half my list and then come back. I know we can be stopping along the way. I put my specs on.
Why you say we're gonna stop along the way?
So mine is these some big old glasses, boy. Woo. Go get my smaller glasses. Statements that will destroy marriages. These are things you don't say to a good man or a potential good man that you can help build up. So I'm saying two different things. I'm saying one, things that you do not say to a man, a man that you already got together. He's already together. And I put up there a potential good man. So maybe a man that you're working on, that a woman, let's say working on, she can't do it, but let's say he's got potential. So these are my little notes. This to be riding around town. This is a husband, not a boyfriend. So we're talking about a good man, but we're talking about a husband, not a boyfriend. And I say the reason why I say that because a boyfriend you can walk away from. So this is someone that you're not going to be able to walk away from. So this is not in no particular order, but I got it. Number one, I don't need a man. That's one thing you do not say it to your husband. Don't say that to your good man. Don't say that to your fiance. You concur?
I guess, yeah.
I need.
Well, I know when a woman's mad, I don't need a man for nothing. You know how us women can be.
Yeah, that's why I said. And I'm gonna need you. Did you sit up and get you?
What you want me to do?
Go
away from here?
Like that. So anyway, when we do the editing, so you're not in a good position, but I guess that's better.
Is this better right here?
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah, fake. This better right there. All right. So yeah, it's like y'all remember this. I told you it's a video for everything. And I see him. It was a video. It was this. I guess the color doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. It was this guy filming. He saw these. It was all right, I just gotta say, it was some white girls. They had two trucks, had the jumper cables hooked up to both trucks. And then one girl was in the middle holding a jumper cable as the two trucks are driving down the street. So driving on the street, somebody's holding the jumper cables as they're driving. And this guy's filming like, what in the world are these girls doing? And they're saying, if both of the cars are driving, both the cars are running, you don't need a jump. So it was like, we need to go tell them that they don't need a jump. What are they doing? So they want to go see what they can do to help. So as they're following them, they're going around, no, we don't, stop hitting on us. Stop hitting on us. We don't need a man. Stop hitting on us. And it's like, we're not, he was saying that we're not trying to hit on you. We're trying to help you and, try, see what's going on. So they finally stopped. The guys walked over there to them and they kept on, again, they was adamant. We don't need a man. We got a boyfriend. We got a husband, blah, blah, blah. But we're not trying to hit on you. We see you got these jumper cables hooked up. We know what we're doing. My dad is a mechanic and this and that. It's like, okay. But if your car's already started, you don't use a jumper cable to do that. You can start a fire. And they was, what they said? There was problem was the air conditioner in one of the trucks wasn't running. So they decided to hook up some jumper cables to the cars to fix the jumper cable as they walked down the street. To fix the AC as they walked down the street. And the man was trying to tell them that jumper cable is not going to fix the AC, but they was just so much, stop hitting on us. We don't need a man. We know what we're doing, on and on and on and on. And it's so many of those videos where I understand, yeah, many times there are men that are out there to hit on women, but there are some decent men that's out there that's really trying to help, that just be useful, especially cars.
I agree.
Men, a lot of men, they love car. They know cars inside and out, and they know cars inside and out, so they'd be grateful to help work on fix a car. So they would know. But and then a lot of times when I said before, common sense is not common. A lot of people think, it's common sense. If your car's already jumped, you don't need jumper cables. And why would jumper cables fix the AC?
Right.
But my point is, like, I got some other videos where they're saying, we don't need a man, don't need a man, don't need a man, don't need a man. Yes, we need each other. Men need women, women need men. That's my little rant on that little statement.
Yeah, because I need you to put the grass.
Number two.
I'm Superman.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm teasing.
All right, number two. Anything you can do, I can do better. Have you heard a lot of women say that?
No.
I hear a lot of women saying that.
I don't.
That's the second statement. They say, I don't need a man. And then they say, anything you can do, I can do better.
I've never heard a woman say that.
I've heard them saying, so we still.
I've never heard a woman say that.
Okay. I'm saying, as a man, I've heard it. We've heard it. There's videos. And come back to the same thing. Especially, it's a lot of men jobs. I mean,
that women are doing.
No, it's something on that, but hold on, like digging in the mines. I can't even. It's a long list of stuff that's back-breaking, hard, disgusting jobs that men are doing, and the women look at that like, what? I ain't doing that. Or it's even something that shouldn't have to go through that. And another video I just saw, in China, they made a video of the different jobs that their dads was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this one. It was like this hole, like a manhole cover. They opened up. It was nasty stuff in there. This man had to put his mask on and dive down in there. And another guy was carrying all these heavy things on his heads, and another guy was just moving stuff real fast. And other people, they was dirty. I thought it was black. Sorry to say, I thought it was black guys, but they was Oriental people. They were covered up in dirt and eating lunch real quick. And just watching that video, those kids was in there crying from seeing all those different hard jobs, back-breaking jobs. And they showed some of the men's hands were all cracked and just tore all up from working. And they was saying that your dads are doing all this for you. But we wouldn't want that. Would probably destroy women in some of those jobs. Okay, here's another good one. I can do bad by myself.
But everybody says that.
I know, but I'm saying.
Do you mean it's like I used to say, what you do for me, I can do for myself?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is a marriage. You got a good man that you're married to. And I think a lot of these can go both ways, but I'm saying from
that's why I was like,
I'm saying, but a lot of times this is what a lot of times women will say. So I'm saying stuff that a woman shouldn't say to a good man if she wants a relationship to stay. They say, I can do bad by myself. So a lot of times the argument comes up, or struggles come. There might be a bill or something that comes up, a couple of bills, struggling to pay the mortgage or something. And so she's ready to bail out and say, I can do bad by myself. I might as well. I don't need you with me. I can do it by myself. So I'm going to go on. I know I got some videos on this. I am an independent woman. What you say about that when women say they're independent? I'm talking about inside of marriage. Inside of marriage.
Because I was about to say, well, most women, well, I'm not going to say most women, a lot of women that aren't married, or before they get married, they've been so used to doing everything on their own that's why when they get married, it's hard for them to kind of get used to somebody doing those things that they're used to doing themselves.
Okay.
That was kind of hard for me.
So that's something that would cause, like, this will destroy relationships if the woman wants to stay an independent woman. So when you say I do, both parties are no longer independent. The woman is no longer independent. The man is no longer independent. They're interdependent. They become one. So they depend on each other. So if you have a or would like to have a healthy relationship, you cannot continue to be an independent woman.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many. Like you said, a lot of single women. Some single, or especially, I want to say especially single parent women who have kid or multiple kids that's figured out how to get it going, how to get the kids to school, how to get to work, how to get them back home, get all this stuff done. She's getting the job done. So she's independent of a man, especially if the baby dad is not helping out. So she's used to being independent, and she's used to making all the rules. Like, this is the way the house is going to be ran, and this how everything. This is it. I'm the boss. And then she finds, now I'm talking about a good man.
Mm-hmm.
A good man that's going to step in there. I don't know whether he's the dad, stepdad, whatever. So he stepped in, knowing the role of. So that's kind of like that's going to draw the line between a good man and a not good. Not a man that's not a good man is. I would say the one that's not a good man is someone would say, "Those are not my kids."
Oh yeah.
That's the other dude's kids. So he's gonna take care of them kids, and I'm gonna take care of mine.
And then he shows that it doesn't do anything for the kids. Like, yeah.
So that's a telltale sign of that's not a good man. So that's going back. So when they date, this should be like on the first date. Look, I got kids.
I'm a package deal.
Yeah, you used to say that a lot. But yeah, that should be said on day one. I got kids.
I'm a package deal.
And if the dude talking about I'm not ready for kids, y'all ain't ready to get together. Ain't no need to waste no time. So you're marrying her and the kids. So if you a dude that wants somebody without kids, you got to go find somebody without kids. You can't go meet somebody with kids and then you thinking, okay, when we get together, I'm gonna, or let's say he got kids, I'm gonna bring my kids, I'm gonna take care of my kids. I'm not gonna have anything to do with her kids. It don't work. But if you come in with no kids, and you can feel like I don't have kids. So those your kids, you take care of that and let the baby daddy take care of that. I'm not going to step up and do anything with helping you raise the kids.
But my comment to that is, why would you even want to be with him? Why would you even want to be with somebody like that?
There's a lot of people like that. They want that man, or not only more than wanting the man, they feel like they could change him. I'm going to make him like my kids. I'm going to make him be the father of my kids. So that's how I feel in some of those situations. But
a lot of people don't want the drama that comes along with women already having children. Not to say that everybody has drama, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people don't want that. They don't want that drama.
Yeah. So that's why it should be established early, and not if somebody tell you something, believe him. If he tells you, I don't want kids or I'm not ready for kids, we shut it down right now. I've done it. I know you've done it where you got some certain things that you tolerate, that you won't. You need to nip what they say. What is it? Andy Griffith show. Nip it in the bud. Nip it soon. Don't play around with it,
Yeah.
or thinking that you're gonna change somebody's mind, and then as time goes on, their mind still not changed. So yeah, somebody tell you something, they tell you if you got a guy, you got kids already, and he tells you he don't want kids, believe him,
Mhm.
and don't. It's no need. It's you wasting each other's time by pursuing it. You wasting. You're having a heartache. Cause yourself a heartache when
Yep.
you're trying to pursue it anyway. Okay, so I'm moving on. Number, huh? You gonna take a break?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, we're going to number 5. Can't no man tell me anything. No man can tell me nothing. That goes back to being that independent women.
Yeah,
And
definitely goes there because again, that goes back to what I said. Most women are used to doing what they want to do when they want to do and taking care of their own business. So somebody come along and try to tell them what to do, they're not really receiving that.
so, and it's
And I get it.
you get it far
Well, wait a
as
minute, but I get it for somebody that's dating. But you said this is not for boyfriends. This is for husbands. So
yeah,
that would kind of be kind of wrong to, you know what I'm saying? In
yeah,
a situation like that, that would be kind of wrong.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
this this is the husband after you done said I do, not the boyfriend.
yeah.
Um,
But to
but
just bluntly tell him, you can't tell me what to do.
because
You know how I am. I feel like it's I like you talk about it and compromise or something. Don't just come out and just say that.
so that statement kind of goes on to the next one. I can wear whatever I want to wear.
You know how I feel about that.
No, they don't. Tell them how you feel about
I just feel like as a wife, you need to. Nobody says you have to wear dresses all the way down to your knees and look like an old Mother Hubbard, but respect your husband. And I always felt like I was a classy person or whatever. Um, and I feel like I felt like I've always carried myself as such. But you do have men that are okay with their wives walking around with leaving nothing to the imagination. But I've always felt like a man that cares about you and truly, I want to say love, but I can't say they don't love him, but that has your best interest at heart, he's not going to let you walk around leaving nothing to the imagination. And I feel like men respect women more when they respect themselves.
yeah.
Like everybody doesn't have to know you got a tattoo on your right butt cheek and you got lips on this breast right here and you got the tattoo all on. As a married woman needs to carry herself as such. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong and some people may not agree with me. That's my opinion.
But yeah, what can be wrong with that? That's respecting him. Let's start off is respecting yourself.
That's what I said.
The woman's respecting herself, then she respecting her husband, and that's also respecting the marriage. That's also respecting if she got children, respecting her children.
And what kind of message are you sending?
And even other family members. But I think a lot of women, when they say can't no man tell me nothing, or I can wear whatever I want to wear, they're not looking at the man as being what they, like I said. I'm sorry. A lot of women think, oh, he's just being insecure. It's not the insecurity. It's his job to protect his wife. As part of protecting his wife, he know how other people are, especially he know how men are.
Mm-hmm.
He know what if you If you got your booty hanging out, and so women can do whatever they want to do, but if it's his wife, that's that woman right there. You got all your friends got the booties hanging out, that's on them. But you, my wife, and it's my job to protect you. It's my job to make sure you come home safe at night. But if you go out, that's a bad, evil world out there, and it's not safe for women in many places to have the booty hanging out, especially at night in dark places and clubs and stuff. So it's her husband's responsibility to, keep his wife safe, and sometimes his method of keeping her safe, she may not agree with it. It reminds me of, I think I told you that other day, was that Whitney Houston's movie when she was a singer. Bodyguard. Yeah, just Bodyguard. So yeah, you got a husband. Your husband is your bodyguard, and Bodyguard it was his job to keep her safe, keep her protected, and she wanted to buck him and no, don't want to agree with him, don't want to listen to him, don't want to do what he say. So yeah, there are a lot of wives like that. No, you insecure, like the video we showed what 2 weeks ago. The girl trying to go out with the booty hanging out and everything, and the husband like, no, you can't go out there with that on. And it's not that he's insecure. It's
why?
Yeah, what that's the difference. The boyfriend, I believe, could. I say he can make a suggestion, but some people in relationships, they give the boyfriend even more power, more authority. And I still say the power, authority and the submission should be reserved for when you get married. But you still, should respect your boyfriend. But it's more of protecting you. Again, what the men are thinking out there. And some a lot of women go out every single night looking like that, and they come back home safe. But there's so many that don't make it. They get harmed, and it's your husband's responsibility to make sure you come home unharmed. So if anybody got some comments, y'all can join in. We're gonna take a quick break. Yeah, I'm sitting here drinking some milkshake I'm gonna hit a little button here, a little commercial. Look at this.
Cereal addicts.
Cereal addicts. Tell me a little bit about cereal addicts.
Well, everybody knows that I'm an ice cream fanatic. So what Joe has here is he has ice cream. Well, let me tell y'all what he had. He has peach and strawberry ice cream, and he has Applejack cereal. What it is you can get the ice cream. We got milkshakes with
all the
different
cereals.
Types of cereal, because it's not all the cereals. You have like Cocoa Puffs, Cookie Crisp, Apple Jacks,
you got to list them all.
Tricks. I'm just giving them an idea. I had a milkshake. I had the strawberry swirl at the bottom. I had Tricks mixed in with ice cream. I had almond milk, and I had the Tricks put on top. It was so good. It's so good with the Tricks. But he had Apple Jacks.
Pretty good. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a real quick break, and we'll be right back right after this.
Purpose Inspired TV is under construction. During this process, we invite you to step into the journey. By joining our team, you have the chance to shape the very fabric of this channel with your creative ideas and skills. We believe that the true essence of innovation lies in collaboration, and together, we can create something truly extraordinary. We will provide content that ignites your passion, inspires personal growth, and encourages a positive impact on society. Our focus is on delivering shows that are entertaining, thought-provoking, educational, and uplifting. We want to hear your voice, your vision, and your recommendations for individuals you would love to see on our channel. We aim to create a channel that resonates deeply with viewers, challenging them to think bigger, dream bolder, and live a life of purpose. So, join us today, and together, we can make a difference, one viewer, one show, and one purpose at a time.
All right. We're back. Look, help a brother out. Help a brother out. Go to my Facebook page, Joseph K. Reeves. Like and share, follow, help me out. And also go to From the Mind of Lil Joe. That's where you're watching the show From the Mind of Lil Joe. Go to that page. We'll build on that page. And also my From the Mind of Joe, From the Mind of Lil Joe TikTok page. Now I got a lot of good TikTok videos. Y'all really, I mean, it's some good stuff. It's like a lot of motivational, uplifting videos, and also go to Fire TV and Roku and install our app, Purpose Inspired TV. Yeah, Purpose Inspired TV. We got an app on Fire TV and on Roku. We have 24-hour programming. We have on demand. We have pay-per-view. We got the access. We don't have movies on pay-per-view yet, so that is to be determined. We still got that coming. We have a lot of content creators. We have a lot of ministries. We have a lot of old TV shows. So we are building the channel. If you would like to be a part of Purpose Inspired TV, if you would like to learn about Purpose Inspired TV, you would like to join the team, or if you have content to be on our TV channel, get with us. Or if you haven't downloaded the app, please go to Fire TV or go to Roku and just use the voice, the button on your remote, that voice button, and just say Purpose Inspired TV, and you'll see our gold and purple logo coming up, and just install it. All right. Thank you. I'm thanking you in advance. All right. Okay, we are back. So we're gonna want to play that video, but I'm gonna finish my list. So we are what we were here. We're what I want. Okay. Number 7, it goes along with a little bit of what we just finished about. Okay, so for people who are just joining us, these are statements that will destroy a marriage. So we're talking about a marriage between a man and a woman, and they have this is a good man. This is a good relationship. So this is things that we should avoid from. You're making a lot of noise over there, nigga. All sorts of noise.
Sorry,
but yeah, these are the statements that shouldn't be said, or things that if you said it could help damage and even end up destroying the marriage. So I'm going to number 7. Like I said, there's no particular order. So before number 5, can't no man tell me anything, or can't no man tell me nothing. I can wear whatever I want to wear. Number 7, I can come in when I feel like it. Because you can't tell me when to come home. What you say about that?
I still feel like when you're married, there's things that you do to respect your husband.
No, I say vice versa. So it's I can come home when I feel like it. Yeah, that is somewhat true. But what I would say, what I would disagree with it.
Okay, because I would say
it is if, let's say you going out with the girls and you say I'll be in 11, 12 o'clock. I feel like that's decent and respectful.
I never tell you when I'm coming in, because I always come home at a decent time, and then I'll call you and just tell you what's going on. So,
but then if you going out with girls and they want to come in at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning,
that's unacceptable.
That's I would say hold up. So then the woman like, no, I'm going out with girls. We're going what you call it, bar hopping, club hopping, and what is it? The club don't get bumping into like 2. I think a married woman, you especially if you're not going, if you got a relationship, marriage that y'all still go to clubs, okay, y'all just go together. But the dude going out with his dudes and coming in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and vice versa, no.
But get you some friends too that respect that you are married.
They respect that marriage, yes. So, yes, that would be one. So that could be an argument if the husband trying to tell her you need, especially if she feels like she can still hang out as long as she did before she got married.
Mm-hmm.
And then he telling her, no, you can't stay out all night like you used to. You're married now. So I can see that being a big argument. Again, if y'all got any comments to add, even we can add you to the show if you would like to join the show. Number 8, I can hang out with whoever I like.
That's still a fine line between respect as far as a woman hanging out with a man and a man hanging out with a woman.
So I got two of those. Let me see. I can hang out with whoever I like.
Yeah,
Well,
those
one
are good.
best friend. Write this down. EST. So if you, we're talking about a decent, a good man and a good woman married. They should get to know each other's friends. So if that man invites, like I said, this statement goes back and forth either way. If that man sees that she has a friend that, how do I say this nicely? She ain't no good. Let's say she get around, or she got a husband and she cheating on her husband. She doing all sorts of stuff. So your wife is coming home and telling you all these different things that she does, and she's doing all this kind of stuff. A decent husband is not going to want his wife to hang with that woman. It's too much. Like, a lot of what they say, you become
Birds of a feather flock
together. Or you look at I think they say 5. Look at the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. That's what you will become. So if you got those,
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's 5. I think the 5 people that you spend the most time with, the 5 people that has the most influence over your life, that's where you would end up being like them. So if your friends are running the streets, your friends are cheating on their husband, your friends doing all this wild stuff, more than likely you're gonna end up doing what the majority of the group does.
Thank God
So,
I don't have any friends like that.
So that's why I would say the husband sees that, and vice versa. See a woman see some of the friends that he had. So yeah, they could be good friends before they get married. And this dude running around his best friend, don't have to be his best friend, but he got a friend that's constantly chasing women, constantly got a new woman, constantly doing all this stuff with all these different women, and y'all want to go hanging out together. The wife is like, I know what type of person he is. I know the type of things that he like to get into.
And what would she think that he wants?
Yeah, so he had to say, hey, I'm married now. I can't do that no more. So I still feel like both parties you're supposed to take a look at the friends of the other party. This is a bonus. So what do you say about marriage where either spouse has a best friend of the opposite sex?
Well, you do have situations like that. I would think it just depends on the people. I think it depends on the people.
Okay, my opinion is no. The only way it could work, like I say, if I had a best friend female in the past when we got married, if she don't become both our friends,
oh, okay, I get that.
No, well, basically, you're supposed to be married to your best friend.
You need to rephrase having a best friend that's the opposite sex, and you don't know them, and they're not friends with you.
But that's what I'm saying. So because
you didn't say that.
Like I said, you could have a guy, and some women they use the excuse that the guy is gay, so they could still stay my best friend.
And there's a lot of times when the guy is not even gay. He doesn't know the other person. I don't want to, what I want to say. He doesn't even know the other person.
Yeah, so
that's when you in those sneaky situations.
Right. So, and that's why I say, so if I guess we say you and I, if I had a female that I say was my best friend, they've been my best friend since the 3rd grade, and blah blah blah, and then we get married. I say I cannot stay her best friend. You're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to marry your best friend. But if they still want to be my best friend, if you and her and the three of us can't become friends, we got to cut it off, and vice versa. If you got a dude that you've been best friends since kindergarten, at first I was like, what if y'all that close of friends and y'all not kin, why y'all didn't end up getting married for one? But uh, then two, if I can't become his friend also,
That's a problem.
yeah, there's a problem. And so no, it shouldn't be no still. And then if I got a problem with the guy, because like I can, yeah, a lot of guys say that they wait for the opportunity. It's a lot of guys. Where did I see that at? Somebody asked. Oh, they was doing this. Oh, they did. I told you it's a video for everything. I tell you, it's a video for everything. So here's the scenario. That the girl had a boyfriend, real tight and blah blah blah. Everything is all good, and she said she had a male best friend, and then the guy, the guy with the microphone, he said, "I bet you your best friend, if you offered him to get together and hit it, he'll say, yeah, no, that's my best friend. It ain't like that, ain't nothing like that." Like, no, I bet you. And so the dude was like, I want you to call him up, tell him you just broke up with your man, and ask him, can you come over there and hang out and kind of, just insinuate that y'all gonna do the do. No way. We best friends, and it ain't like that. He don't think about it like that. He think of me as a sister and blah 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 blah. That girl called that phone number,
and he agreed
and made the offer. And sure enough, that joker he agreed to it. Come on over. Says a lot of men be lurking around waiting for that opportunity. And what's really bad about those situations, that's already bad. But what's really bad is, especially like as you said, if you think the guy's gay, he's not gay. Let's say the best way. Okay, let's use you and I an example. Me, you got a best friend, dude. We got issues. What do? You go talk to your best friend. Tell your best friend everything. He knows everything about you, know everything about your relationships. You know all that stuff. And as soon as something slip up, he know exactly how to slide on it in there. He know all your business. He know all the ins. He know all the outs. He know what make you happy. He know what make you sad. He done slide on right on in there. And especially if y'all best friends for years and y'all never got married, he probably ain't never intention on getting married. But a lot of guys do hang around to try to get you the goodies. They can wait years and years and years and before they finally get to the good stuff. So you just wait for the opportunity. But you done gave him everything. You done told him all about the problems.
And he knows what.
And he know how to manipulate. Yeah. And he could probably even, oh man, that child, he ain't no good. He did this, and he did that, he did it. So he could even be causing damage in the relationship because all the stuff that you done told him. And then
you can contribute, telling her what to say and do.
Yeah.
Read comments to this.
Okay, we're supposed to read some comments. Thanks, Chris earlier. Yeah. Houston, we have a problem.
Yep, he'd be willing. Yeah. Now he understands you better than your spouse. A snake. Oh yeah, waiting to strike. And that's why I would say, especially if you say we've been best friends for 20 years, why? What's the deal? And sometimes, he got into a relationship, or he got into a marriage with somebody else, and they got married and blah blah blah, and he just think of me as a sister.
Okay, but it's still, if you ain't no kin, like he doesn't. I don't want to say it's not always, but it's a very high percentage. He doesn't check you out.
Of course.
He done looked at you, and some of them, or many of them, are waiting for that opportunity to strike. Like she said, they just waiting, and like I said, it could be years, especially if he know all your business, and he know if you got a boyfriend or if you're married. You already told him about the cracks.
Right.
You done told him the cracks in the relationship, so I'm just waiting.
He know how to slither his way right on in.
So that's why I don't agree with if you got a best friend, you need to be both best friends with both of them, or not just one, or we don't have a secret best friend.
Right.
All right.
Names?
What we got next is this is my money, not your money. So this is still coming from a married man, and just picking up a scenario. So he's taking care of everything, and she come across, get a little money, and she says it's her money.
I don't really know how to respond to that because that's something that I don't do. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a story where married. It was a newlywed. The only way I could tell it without messing up is it was me. I was married. This is my second marriage. So in my previous marriage, we was newlyweds, married like a year, and money was tight, but I paid. I was in the military, so all the money coming in was from the military money, and pretty much every dime was went out. And when they say a lot of military that need assistance, they do. They need assistance. Some of them, a lot of families are on SNAP food stamps. A lot of them need other assistance. Some of them might still be on government assistance because the money is not it wasn't great then. I still believe when you first start off, it's still not great. So it was tight. Money was tight. But I took care of everything. And I didn't have any like extra money, like just like here, just put some money in her pocket. It was just enough to pay all the bills. I paid for everything. But anyway, one time I don't know, she asked for it or what, but she got some money from my mom. So we're in the store buying something, and as usual, I'm paying. I think we probably just had one bank card. I just pulled a bank card out to pay for it, and then she was like, "I got it." And so she was in front of me, and she turned her back towards me and pulled some money out of her purse and paid for it and put the change back in her bag, so I couldn't see what she had and I couldn't see what change she had. So, like that's how the marriage can start off like that. It didn't. It didn't last. But yeah, marriage is you become one. So when no matter what comes in, it's the marriage's money. That's whoever comes in, the man, the female, whoever, it all belongs to the marriage. People can hand out and pay the bills however they, it's all different ways. But as far as God is concerned, as far as the government is concerned, that marriage is the marriage. So that money just came in. It's the marriage. It's the same thing, when people starting to get divorced. I made, I'm a football player. I made $10 million and my wife didn't make nothing. Well, no, that marriage made $10 million and your wife get half. But then when the other vice versa, the women make the $10 million, they don't want to pay that. But yeah, it's basically it's the marriage gets the money. But yeah, some of them feel, man, you're supposed to pay all the bills, you're supposed to take care of the house, pay for everything like that, and then any extra that she make is mine. No, it's the marriages. It belongs to the marriage. I'll come to that. Miss Bernadette, what'd you say?
It will be different for me next time.
Okay. You want to elaborate?
Yeah.
I know Miss Bernadette lost her husband. I'm gonna wait for that. But so I'm gonna move. Oh, that's the money. Moving on to, it's your job to take care of me. So I could you hear women say that.
We just heard the lady last night.
Oh yeah, and what she was talking about her. Did I write that up here? She said it was his job for them to get married. It was his job to make her happy.
Absolutely.
That's what she was saying. It was his.
So she's looking for him to take care of her.
It was his whole. She felt it was his sole purpose to make her happy. So that goes. I know this is a repeat, but that statement a lot of people say and believe: happy wife, happy life, and that's what it later was. Happy life, happy wife. The husband's supposed to get married and spend his entire existence on pleasing his wife. That's 100% wrong, and I see that marriage not happening. But so they have been dating for 4 years. I don't think they're gonna get married. Her attitude is, it's all about her.
Instead of it being it's a partnership.
It's a partnership, and
we take care of each other.
Yes.
So yeah, she had it all wrong.
So a lot of people don't really understand the true meaning of what God intended marriage to be. It was God had a man. He gave that man a purpose, and along that, so he wanted that man to do something. He gave that man a purpose to do something, and he provided him a helpmate to come along to help him with that purpose. So it's supposed to be God's purpose. So a lot of women, when they believe happy wife, happy life, they want to come along and thump God out the way and put themselves on the top. So now, mate, the husband is your job. If y'all have kids, your job in the kids' jobs to make me happy.
But you know what? The reality is, as I see nowadays, a lot of women look for the man to take care of them.
Yep.
And a lot of women
that's
look
what they
for
think what marriage is.
Bring them happiness.
They think, and just happy wife. So even that statement, just that statement begin ringing around, it sounds good. Happy wife, happy life. And so they believe that marriage is supposed to be to make the wife happy. And some pastor online that was supposed to be happy spouse, happy house.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But
happy spouse, happy house. Both spouses happy. But what you want to say?
I was going to say, but a lot of them don't understand their vows either.
Yeah,
that's part that where that better for worse comes in. Like if sometimes the man will take sick, because I've heard several stories, and I've even read several stories where let's just say the man took sick, and the wife leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, okay, this man has taken care of you. You're supposed to be busting your butt to do whatever you can to help nurse him back, because y'all won.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't understand. So marriage. So the marriage vow. That's another thing. Health. Did I write on this piece of paper here? What? I got it right here. I ain't finished it. Understanding the meaning and purpose of marriage. So I got it somewhere else too. I wrote on a piece of paper somewhere. I got stuff written everywhere. It's a contract and a vow. It's two different things. So, it is a legal on earth. It's a piece of paper. You got a marital. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, marital license, marital contract. Contracts can be broken, but a vow, it says until death do you part. Mm-hmm. And the death do you part. I guess a lot of people don't even pay that no attention. They just look at, when they say in the vows, until death do you part, and they're just spitting out words. But that's really saying is, God, I promise, as the man, I promise to take care of this one woman the rest of my life. And if I don't, you can kill me. Death. That's the only way I get out of this. and the woman, same thing. So if people looked at it as the only way to get out of this is through death, one, a whole lot of people that ain't really ready to get married, they be thinking twice and making sure everything's good to go before they get married. But a lot of people looking at it as, again, like looking for happiness.
That's it.
Marriage is not right now. Marriage is not designed to make you find happiness. If you do not take happiness into the marriage, you are not going to get happiness out of the marriage. A lot of people think I'm sad and depressed and all this, and I get married, everything's going to change. No, it's going to get worse.
Read some comments before we get too far.
If you're broken before the marriage, you just made a broken marriage. It takes two whole people to make a whole marriage. If you got one person broken, another person broken, that marriage already jacked up before you even got started good. We got a lot of comments coming in, so let me.
As I said, don't get too far. Okay, that's not a partnership. That's not what a partnership is. Your happiness is your own.
That's what I'm saying. You got to.
That was
If
Chris.
you ain't bringing in that happiness, you can't make somebody else make you happy.
Sherelle says we take care of each other.
What's real got on? Read. Selfishness. Yes.
Miss Bernadette, well, last time it was you take care of these bills and I'll take care of the other bills. The difficult situation started when I started making more than he did, so things changed at that time.
Oh yeah, that is a situation. I think a lot of times in some marriages, well, I'll tell you, it's a video for everything. It's a video for everything. He showed how they got married. Man was making most of the money. He helped the wife go to college. She went to college, got a degree, started making real good money, and got that education that he didn't have the education, started making all the money. He didn't have the money. And now she got full of herself. Head got big. She ended up getting divorced. And now her video was, why the heck did I get divorced? You know, she was kicking herself in the butt for divorce. And then when she looked back at herself, she's like, oh, you know, because now, which I guess she was making more money. She had education. I guess she thought that she was the head. She was the head of the house. And he had to, you know, she was looking down on him. So she thought she was better than him, got a divorce, got out there in the world, and realized she had a good man just because she thought that, you know, she was making more money and had education. She thought she was better than him. Then she saw, you know, reality hit. That dude, you know, she, you know, got a divorce. He done got remarried, living happily ever after. She turned what some people talk to the cat lady. All she got was she had her education, she had her money, she had her cat. And she wanted her man back, couldn't get him back.
Okay, and Chris says a lot of these men get into these one-sided relationships because they don't communicate with their partners.
Communication is a big time.
You know I'm big on communication. Kashana said, well, I want to be a helpmate. It's coming, friend. It's coming. Cheryl said, I think a man should be able to care for the home. However, it is a partnership.
I'm going to pause there. Yes. Even let's say even with the dating. I know that's always a question. Well, I guess it's still old school with the chivalry. I feel a man should always be prepared to take care, especially going out. Let's say we dating, going to go out. He should already be prepared to take care of everything. And it's a bonus if she offers. That's the first thing. That's one thing I should like. I'm ready. I got everything. I got every single dime to pay. We going out to eat. I got the money for that. We're going to movies. I got the money for that. We're going out for dessert. I got money for that. But I look for the woman to offer to pay for something. If she ain't offering to pay for nothing, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. That's the first date thing that used to be for me. Like if you ain't offering to pay for nothing, nah. Even though, like I said, I'm ready to pay for everything. It's just you testing out, see what kind of attitude they have. If she got the attitude, You're supposed to do everything. You're supposed to pay for the movie. You're supposed to pay for every single thing. And I need the money for my hair. And I need money for my nails and my toe. I'm like, so it's some women already got a whole list of stuff they ready to dump on the man. Y'all ain't even barely got together good. It's like, nah, I'm out. Okay.
Miss Bernadette said, true, there are some who don't understand.
Yes, that's why we doing this, and we go to marriage class.
Chris, you are in charge of your own happiness.
If you don't have your own, that's horrible, depending on somebody to bring you happiness.
Sherelle, amen. Kashana, agree. Nick Mustard said, marriage is not biscuits and gravy. Apostle R.J. Washington.
It's work. And
it is work.
When you say I do, that is not the ending. That's the beginning. A lot of people, they don't understand that either. That you got two different people clashing together. What I think Pastor used to say that. Two histories crashing together. That's when the work begins. Y'all were just playing with each other. Y'all was courting and dating. That was everybody was what's it? You're looking good, smelling good, you got your best foot forward, you got your clean clothes on every time.
Just don't
and then
wash like you used to.
Yeah, then you get married. You finally meet that's the real person right there. Ooh, I don't know about this.
Ashley, fruits of the spirit is something we should aim for.
That's how you can tell. People mouth, not people that mouth move, they lying. But you can't lie about the fruit.
Micah says, happiness is something you decide ahead of time.
Yes. Oh, it's a choice. It's a choice. A lot of people, when people, even with anger, I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. A lot of people say, oh, you make me happy. You make me happy, or you make me mad. You make me mad, or you make me sad. You make me sad. That person doesn't make anything. Is you take in what came in and you make a decision. You can't give people total control over your feelings like that. You need a lot of people, I'm saying you, but a lot of people need to understand that you have the control over how you're going to respond to some things. Some people feel like they have no control. Somebody do something to them, let's say somebody say something mean, you still make a choice. Somebody could say, I've had somebody can say I'm fat. I still make a decision whether I'm get mad about them calling me fat or not. Somebody used to call me skinny, used to call me string bean. It was a dude, he was big as I don't know what, calling me string bean. And I'm like, I'm happy. I'm fat being string bean. He thought he was hurting my feelings. But that's what some people, they feel like, I don't have no control. You hurt my feelings, or you made me mad. You. But you still, it comes out of your brain. You still make that decision.
Chris says, this new age thinking is going to make a lot of dog men and cat women. Ooh.
I want you to elaborate on that, Chris.
Chris, you want to come up and tell us what you mean? Sherelle said, I agree, Joe. However, dating these days, the men doesn't expect to pay for dates.
We got it. Women, it's up to you to train these men to do right.
But why should she have to train a man to know
what I mean
it's
by
okay to pay for a date?
What I mean by training is what to accept and not accept.
Okay.
That's kind of what I mean.
Okay, I was about to take it. Go ahead. I was about to go. Okay, so Chris, I think whoever asks for the date, I know he meant date, should be the person to pay.
I can.
So if I make sure a date, I gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
But I would still say a man should be. I'm gonna go to this one. A man should expect to pay, and a woman should always have her own money too.
Just in case. Micah said, no,
I skipped over hers.
What?
I skipped over hers. Read that one.
Oftentimes people show you who they are and both women and men, and when sometimes to recreate or change their partner.
Mm-hmm.
And Faith Mustard Seed said, dating is fun.
Yes, it is,
I
and
can
that's
agree
what I
with
say.
that.
Especially if you, that's your best.
I agree with
That's the
that.
best. Um, how do I put it? You're putting your best foot forward. You're acting your best. You're talking your best. You're doing everything your best. And if somebody say this dude cutting up as we're dating, it's gonna be hell if y'all get married. You know what I'm saying? If that person, if they're doing their best, if they're acting the best that they can, and they can't treat you right when you're dating, you better get up out of there because it's just gonna get worse inside the marriage, not better.
And Sherelle says she's old school. She don't ask men out.
And don't ask no man to marry.
Please, cousin, don't. Miss Bernadette said, bingo. Micah said, oftentimes people show you who they are and we choose not to believe them and try to recreate something that will not last. My grandmother once told me, don't just marry someone you can live with. Marry someone you can't live without.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
That's what I say. When somebody tell you something, believe them.
Chris said he can come up.
Oh, I need to. I'm gonna add this. Let me get the link. Okay.
And then Sherelle says, if he doesn't know or do right, I don't date him. Period.
Yeah, that's what I think. A lot of uh, women. Can't blame on the women because a lot of men haven't been taught right. They haven't been taught trained, or on both sides. I still say on both sides haven't been taught right. But if it's how can I say this? If something that you don't accept, you wouldn't accept for the rest of your life, don't accept it when you're dating. I say you need to squash it as soon as possible. Don't expect, oh, I think he's going to change later. Okay, I'm going to hit the invite.
Let me read Ashley's comment because I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley said, if he ain't a man of God, he's a no-go in the first place, or at least aiming to have a better relationship with him. You may have to start asking, who do you serve or believe in? LOL, that would tell you a lot.
I just put the link in the comments. If y'all see it, you can click on that link and I can probably bring you in. All right, she was the last one. Okay, Sherelle.
Sherelle says, I have given men the playbook, meaning told him exactly what I want or don't want, and they still don't do it. I agree with.
He ain't the right one.
Well, I agree with what she's saying as far as like, okay, I don't tolerate this. I don't want this. Don't do this. And you still can't get it right? It's a no.
But I know sometimes it's hurtful, but sometimes he ain't the one, or it may not be the right time. So don't accept what you don't want to accept. So some people, they want to be with you, they can get it right.
Settle, you mean?
Yeah, don't settle.
She says, so I leave them a lot. I leave them alone. I'm sorry. Faith Mustard Seed said, run, Forrest, run.
I think a lot of what we were saying the other night. So see, the people who making comments, they got the head on right. They got the head on right. But some women, okay, he ain't doing right, or I want him, so let me keep on giving. Let me keep on trying. And I don't know why. They say they think giving a baby is going to make somebody change. First they give it the body, they think, okay, that's going to make him change and do right. No, it's not. Now, okay, let's give him a baby. Maybe that's going to make him do right. No, that's going to make it worse. So it's not that.
Micah says if you accept it once, they will continue to do it. Stop making excuses for what you don't like.
Mm-hmm. Chris, were you able to see the link? So while we're waiting, I just got a few more
Yeah,
Where we
these
at?
are things you should never say
Yeah.
to your husband.
Yep. Statements that will destroy a marriage. So this is a man with a good woman and a good man. So we are on.
Chris said no, he didn't get the look.
This is number 12. My kids come first. What do you say about that, Mama?
Well, oh, with the husband, I was thinking about a boyfriend situation.
No boyfriend. This
With the
is y'all married.
boyfriend, okay. Well, in a marriage, you know, the husband comes before the kids.
Some people don't know that. I'm talking about both. Let's go 2 scenarios where she already had.
But some men are okay with that. Not
There
all.
we go.
Some men are, but not all. But
I got you, Chris.
if you
Marriage.
know,
But okay,
you know the husband
so why I say
comes
that?
before the
Well,
kids.
I say, let me see what the comments say. Yeah, Chris.
Faith Mustard Seed said, and he is going to keep on using you while entertaining someone else and maybe on your dime. We know that. Now you just said a mouthful right there. And Micah said they will be long gone and you will be alone.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this about the kids. So if a couple, when you have your child, you have your child between 18, 20 years, and you expect to be married the rest of your life, 30, 40, 50 years. So if you put your child first and neglect your spouse, you're neglecting the marriage. And that's what's happening. We see a lot of times when married couples are together, they put the kids first. They put all their energy into the child. And then the child moves to go to college. Now that couple don't know each other. So, the husband, neglected by the wife spent all her time on the children and vice versa.
He on the next best thing.
So now the child is gone and they don't have that common denominator as a child, put all the energy into the child. So now they don't know each other. They don't like each other. So next thing you know, they getting a divorce.
Well, he doesn't take a liking to somebody else or something.
Well, a lot of times
that's giving him that time and stuff that she doesn't give him.
But yeah, I'm saying, let's say he didn't even have nobody. I ain't talking about another woman. But they put the child first. They put the children before the marriage, and now the children are gone, and now the marriage is in decay. So that marriage, and it's helping the kids out to put the marriage first, to make sure the marriage is solid, and then go pour into the children. So now the children got a solid marriage, a husband, a mother and father to look up to. But when they put the children on the pedestal, put all the energy to the children, now you done neglected the marriage. They done neglected each other, not intentionally, but they done neglected each other. So now, so now, like I said, when the children are gone, it's a lot of people. A lot of people, when the kids move out, next thing you know, people getting divorced because they don't even know each other. They put the children first. All right, I'm gonna bring on Chris in.
This is talking about this new age. It's gonna create a lot of dog women and dog.
What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? Y'all can hear me fine?
I hear you.
Cool.
Good to see. How are you doing today?
I'm alive, so I'm good. So yeah.
You was gonna, what do you say? You were gonna elaborate on dogs and cats?
Yes.
Dog men and cat women.
My comment. Yeah, dog men and cat women. I think it's more so dealing with the new age thinking. I said something a long time ago. I said there's a difference between like traditional and modern. Obviously modern would be today and traditional would be,
what we talking about.
Right. And I think you have a lot of modern women that want traditional men, and you have you have men that aren't ready to be traditional, but they're having to deal with like modern women. It's like a bounce back between forth where it's, certain things are not equating. And I think a lot of men feel like they can go do whatever they want and still get this traditional woman, but that's not necessarily the fact. And then a lot of women feel like they can do what they want and get this traditional man, and that's not the fact either. That's not the case. And I feel like in today's age, we have so much social media around us that it kind of eliminates that communication thing. We automatically think that we know what the next person wants because we just watched five, six, 10 different reels or photos or something that's saying this is what women want. So now you have men that go out in the world and they're looking for these specific kind of women, but they don't understand that this specific kind of woman is not necessarily there. And it's the same thing for women as well. Women, they do the same thing. They get these, this is what a man should be, this is what a man should do, and then they experience these men that do the opposite, but they don't understand that they're getting men that literally are showing who they are in the beginning. And that's another thing. As people, we don't necessarily believe the person that's in front of us. I know somebody comment said, believe who they are the first time. We have this thing in our head where we feel like we should tailor somebody how we want them to be. And the thing about it, you shouldn't be trying to find a project to do. That should never be the case. If you can find somebody who got it right the first time, get with that person and y'all figure it out together. You shouldn't be trying to take a work in progress and build it up, especially if you don't have to.
But it's also a lot of, it could be men. I think a lot of men take women at face value.
Oh yeah.
Men have a lower expectation. A lot of women have this man in their mind that don't exist. He is nowhere on the earth. He does not exist. But that's what they're looking for. But it is, if you do have to have, got some standards, stick with your standards. But a lot of people can, you can work together in building, like I said, like a man. Okay, I'm going to like a man. A man finds, the Bible said, a man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So that means she should already be wifey material, not the street material, but wifey material. Have the idea of wanting to take care of her husband, but she may not have all the things lined up that he requires, and vice versa. He may not have everything lined up that she wants, but they can still work together and move forward. But if it is some non-negotiables, things like that, hey, there's no need to waste time on it. So long as you don't have no non-negotiables, and I don't do this, because I've changed. It's been a long time, but I know I've changed some things for her, and I know she probably changed some things for me that probably wasn't that together at the beginning, but she didn't have the attitude of, I'm going to force him to change. I've had a relationship with somebody. They were saying that my man, she was talking about me, but didn't tell me directly. My man ain't gonna eat no pork, and he's not blah, on and on and on about pork. So I was still eating pork at the time. Over time, I stopped eating pork. I don't want pork. I don't eat pork anymore. But for her to demand, she was like, this is a demand. And, it was just so forceful and everything that made me run away. It was more things than that, but the type of person she was, how she was going to be demanding and forcing me to change into the person that she wanted, I was gone. But when we got together, it was some things that she wanted to change about me or wanted me to change. We worked on it together peacefully, and we got it together to where we imagine, we might not be coming out right, but just that
we got it together, y'all. We got it together.
I think I'm more so talking about the non-negotiables. The things where not it's because it's not always the small things. Like, okay, so pork. Something about pork might be one of those things where it's like, hey, in due time, you might want to give up pork. But we're talking about something like, let's say, cheating. Where they cheated in the beginning. They said they weren't going to do it anymore, right? And then they cheated again. That's one of those non-negotiables. That's one of those where they showed you the first time. So why would you want to try to change that person for a second time? That's because something like that is something that they have to get over themselves. That's something that they have to, deal with on their own. That's one of those non-negotiables. I'm in a place now where if I see how you are on day 1, and it's the same kind of thing on day 10, and the same thing on day 100, and it's something that I don't like, then there won't be a day 101. I'm just giving worst case scenario. It might not be.
Some people still get married with that. Thinking that I think it could be men, but a lot of times I think women feel like I'm going to change him. I'm going to be the one that make him do different. And then when they get married and she can't, then she's upset.
But she settled for that.
That's those non-negotiables. That's literally asking for it. You feel me? That's literally somebody showing you who they are, and they have been the same way from start to finish, And at that point, if you choose to marry or date or whoever somebody like that, then you can't be upset, because one thing about decisions, there's two sides to it. There's two
Hmm.
sides to every decision. There's like it's two sides to a choice. You know, you can either stick around for the choice or be gone from for the choice.
Yeah, that's why I say, far as my thing about getting married. So dating is one thing. You're learning the person during the dating time, but I still believe you got issues, you got problems, you got things that you don't want in the future. You need to find out and
In the
squash it
beginning.
as soon as possible instead of making it drag on. And then I hear a lot of, but I'm in love. You should have ended this before you fell in love. You got this monster or whatever. Now you're talking about you're in love with him. You should have ended. You knew all this stuff was happening before you fell in love. But
But
man,
did she really know? Did she really take time to really get to know him? That sounds like that's a situation where you just settle.
yeah,
Just so
But
you
I-
can get in the situation. So now you got to deal with it. And
But you know what?
but you shouldn't get locked. You shouldn't get locked. Nothing getting locked in a marriage.
Right.
So that's why, as far as a marriage, let's say you got somebody that you checked out. That I said it before. I'm gonna keep on saying it. If you're a woman about to marry a man, you need to get your male, your daddy, uncles, your male people on your side to check him out, and vice versa. The woman, I mean, the man should have his sisters, his auntie, his mama, spending time with the woman, because they can detect different things that the man might not see, or he is so in love that he's overlooking stuff. And mama and sister could be detecting some stuff. Look, I've seen this, and I see this, and I see this. Y'all need to address this. You need to address it. Don't have a blinded eye until you get married, and then all of a sudden run about the mama about, I told you about that. But what you about to say?
Before we
All
get
right.
too far.
But you want to read some comments?
Yeah, before we get to our Carol. Micah. Micah, start with Micah. Micah said the children need to see what a good marriage looks like. So when they are looking for a spouse, they will have a role model. She was saying as far as children coming.
That's very important of being able to see.
Now, I like what Carol said, my sister-in-law. She said, hello. Generally speaking, some women need to examine themselves. Every relationship begins with you. If you find yourself in the same situation in every relationship, then we need to examine the person in the mirror. Sometimes we as women have toxic behaviors and are unaware of them. It's not always the man's fault.
But
We don't we talk about that?
yeah, I gave this example last night of a lot of women saying that, like we're talking about divorces. We got a very high divorce rate inside the church and outside the church. So when I was studying yesterday, I had this idea of like, okay, so if we blaming the men, let's look at the same-sex marriages. So I looked at the same-sex women, same-sex men, and found out the same-sex women has a 50% higher divorce rate than the men. So we done took the man out of this situation, and it's still a higher divorce rate. So again, what she was saying, you got to look at yourself and stop pointing that. You pointing that finger, but you have three or four people looking at you. All right.
Is that the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Faith Mustard Seed said, "Oh, that's a word. Find a mate, not a project."
I keep on saying a whole person, not a.
Sherelle, women meet a man who they shouldn't be with and wait for him to change. That's a no-go.
Yeah, I said that somewhere where a lot of times the men find women he don't want them to change, and then women have men they constantly want them to change. So it's the opposite.
Micah, I got married later in life because of my standards. I didn't lower them and settle, and it's made all the difference. And I love you guys. I love my brother-in-law for you.
That's so sweet. I like that guy too.
I love you guys. Sherelle, I'm not building a bear. Sherelle coming straight on. Sherelle not playing with these guys. Their expectations should be set in the beginning.
At the beginning, and when again, that's what the beginning is so important. The first date is so important. The very first date is very important. But a lot of people, I'm so lonely, and and I've been alone. I need to lower my standards. Mm-mm.
Exactly. And they're putting your health at risk. Yes, ma'am.
The dangerous world out here.
You can't change the person. If you want to know how he will treat you, look at how he treats his mother. True facts. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I look, I learned my lesson with that. I dated somebody who treated his mom. Matter of fact, I dated two guys that didn't treat their mama so well. Trust me, I learned my lesson. Sherelle, when I meet him, if there are things on my list that he doesn't meet, I don't date him.
Please, that first date.
Look at TC cooking. Derek.
I hope that's you listening.
Derek said you should always date your wife from the beginning and throughout the marriage. And that's exactly what y'all are prime examples, Derek and Micah. Derek Watson, Tisa said, Derek Watson, yes, you're doing you keep doing what you are doing to get her. You keep doing what you were doing to get her. Yes. Corey, a good marriage is cool, but a great marriage honors God first.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, we both got food poisoning on the first date. Oh wow.
Well,
That's when you knew.
No, did Micah cook? I'm just teasing.
But I'm gonna go back to Corey's statement. Like a marriage, again, a lot of times we look at marriage as to find happiness, but marriage is to give God the glory and honor, so that other people should be able to see God through their marriage. Their children should be able to see God in the marriage. Not a whole lot of dysfunction and crazy nonsense. Got an LOL. I just got a few more of these statements. I'm gonna go to number 14. Why can't you make as much as me? Oh, that's a woman saying that, asking him why you don't make enough money. I think we discussed money a little bit. 15. Say it out loud.
I'll tell him go over some of the stuff that I asked in the beginning because some of them weren't on.
She says, I want a real man.
Not a weak man.
That's up. Yeah.
That's definitely
My question would be, what is a real man to them?
This statement probably will come up in an argument. Yeah, that is, I guess in that argument, he would say, what is your definition of a real man? But it's probably
her comparing him to somebody else.
That's what I'm about to say.
And that in a sense right there, and that's one problem that I have. If a woman ever told me, I want a real man, I would have a big issue with that. Because for one, I've been a man since, I was born. All right. She's never had a single day where she had that Y chromosome where she knew what it entailed to be a man. That's one. Mm-hmm. Two, like you said, she's probably comparing that to anybody, and comparison is a thief of joy. And if you're comparing me to somebody else, then you should probably go get with somebody else. Let's just be honest. Because clearly I'm not giving you what somebody else is going to give you. And it's a slim chance, which is probably a big chance, that somebody then probably whispered something in her ear. And now she on that person. And since you're on that person, like I said, you should probably go deal with that person. I'm not for you. I don't think I'm for you.
Yeah, I could see that as somebody else. And also, let's say, I would say a foolish woman, a foolish wife, put her husband in a compromising position, like far as what we were talking about earlier, of her having something on, her the booty hanging out, and she get hit on, and she want him to defend her honor. A smart man is going to keep his wife out of that situation in the first place. But I've been in situations where the woman has kind of put us in a bad situation, and she's looking at me like, I need a strong man to protect me. I'm gonna be a wise man to keep us out of the situation. I'm gonna be a wise man to tell you ain't wearing that with your booty and breasts hanging out. That's gonna keep us safe. And two, I'm not gonna go to a place where it might put both of us in danger. But I don't think just because I'm not throwing hands that make me less of a man. But some women, want men that throw hands just to prove their manhood, to put their
you
life
know
in
what?
danger.
That's a weird topic right there too. The whole like what you should and what you shouldn't wear, because that's one of those things where it really kind of measures the respect that you have for somebody. You
Well, you
know,
should have to say it.
it's not always someone trying to control what you got going on and what you, because I've even dated people and I'll be like, hey, what do you like to see me in? You know, what do you like to see me in? So I can kind of like tailor my stuff to look kind of like that a little bit. You know, and it's more so me, you know, obviously taking a genuine respect of, hey, I want to make sure I look good for you and stuff like that. But I'm also not gonna put myself in a, like you said, a compromising position to where I'm gonna purposely make it so that people come up to me and try to, you know, touch me or talk to me and stuff like that. You know,
Mhm.
but I think sometimes that respect gets confused with disrespect. And what I mean by that is, you know, if I'm going out somewhere and you ain't got nothing on but a string, and the place that we going to doesn't call for something like that, and I comment on it, you know, I'm not trying to come at you in a way where it's being disrespectful. I'm coming at you in a way where, like, hey, listen, I know how you look. I know that there's gonna be 100 other people that think the same thing that I'm thinking. So why not take that in consideration? You know, I know you're trying to be confident, and I am confident. It's nothing about insecurity. It's more so about you respecting me, just like I'm respecting you. But I do like in today's age where it's just like you can't comment on the way that somebody look because they're gonna cancel you. Which personally, I don't care about being canceled, but they're gonna cancel you or you being disrespectful or I can wear what I want to wear. And personally, you are exactly right. You can wear whatever you want to wear. You can wear whatever you want to wear. Now, the chances of you being able to call me back get even more slim, but you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we were saying. What was it last week? We showed this video of a lady with the breast hanging out, booty hanging out. She's going to go out with the girls, and the husband was like, you can't wear that," and she was getting mad, just going off on him because he was saying that you shouldn't. She didn't understand. And again, she was in a marriage. So it's different between a boyfriend and a marriage that was her husband, and her husband felt like as a wife, you shouldn't be going out at night wearing underwear, or hardly nothing.
Tisa wants to speak.
Huh?
Tisa, you want to come up?
So, yeah, let me see.
See if she want to come up.
Well, the link is still out there.
Oh, the link is out there, TC. If you want to come up, and I'm gonna go ahead and read. I'll go ahead and read while she's getting ready to come up. Carol.
Right here. It's right here. Wait a minute.
Sorry,
this is the first one.
Okay. Faith Musty says she's trying to belittle him. Sabrina says you should never compare men. Carol said the dating game has been misrepresented throughout the years. Therefore, most people mistakenly rush into that critical process. There are stages in establishing a healthy friendship or relationship. This is why we don't get the right bear. I'm just saying. Faith Mustard said, "Why are you advertising?"
Mm-hmm. That's what I say.
That's a lot of. Cora said, "Wisdom is key." For sure, I agree. Keep going. Micah said, "I agree. Start as friends. A step is often missed." Micah said, "I agree." Go ahead. Go to the next one. Kara said, "If we can't embrace being single, we can't embrace being in a respectful relationship."
That's what we're saying. That's very important. You got to be a solid, whole person before you can get into a relationship, especially a marriage. If you're broken into all the pieces, that's gonna be a jacked up relationship.
Corey says she has to respect herself, though, too. Sabrina says, "But you have to know what you are marrying."
Yes, this. I'm gonna put.
You don't have to have the video on, TC.
I'm gonna send the link out again.
He's gonna send a link out. Micah says self-love before loving someone else. That's right, because if you don't love yourself, how you expect somebody else to love you?
And I believe a lot of that going out half naked is you don't love yourself, so you're craving that attention. Oh, I was already in the link. You're craving all that attention for people to be after you, and I'm hit enter. So I just put the link out again. While I'm waiting on that, I just got a few more questions. Things we already said it too. My other man did it better. This other one, number 19. Statements that will destroy your marriage. 2 words. Get out. Don't ever tell your person to get out.
Yeah.
I was told to get out once. I never went back. It took me one time. Yep. You live on TV.
There's nothing wrong with making a list of questions. Make it fun. Make it a game. It can get uncomfortable, but it helps. Yes. Hey, this Tuesday, Chris.
That's Chris.
Okay.
But you want to?
Camera. He just took this camera.
You want to go away, Chris?
Oh no, I'm okay. I just had to grab my charger.
Oh, okay.
So I just sent the link out again. Here's Ashley.
Ashley says she don't see it in the chat either. Maybe check your messenger just in case.
Yeah, Chris, you just saw it in the. Where you see it? Where you see that link at?
I'm on the StreamYard right now. Let me see if I can go over and find it. 1 second.
Is it on StreamYard?
Well, that's I sent. You don't see it? Did it pop up over here?
Let's see. Nope.
I'm gonna hit paste. I'm gonna hit send. See, does it pop up now? Well, I went to Front of Mind Little Joe page, the Little Joe crazy. Oh, we're just going to those pages.
TC, go to From the Mind of Little Joe page, or go to From the Mind of Little Joe.
All right, while we're waiting on that, this is my very last
course as uncomfortable accountability. LOL.
I'm putting the air conditioning. This statement. We started off talking about it already. Happy wife, happy life. We already said that one, but we were saying how that would. We can say yours real quick. But yeah, a lot of people, a lot of wives go into marriage with the statement of happy wife, happy life. Which is video we had last night of a lady. She was just saying is her boyfriend. That's his life. That was his purpose in life, to make her happy. That's it's his job to make her happy.
Like his mustache.
Yeah, she did.
Felt like he should have kept it like it was when she first got him.
Yeah, she wanted Steve to make him cut his mustache off, but she was saying it's his job to make her happy. And I'm saying that marriage is not centered around making the wife happy. Is that marriage should have the husband should have a purpose. The husband should have somewhere where he's going. I'll remove him from there. The husband should have somewhere where he's going, or he's planning on taking his marriage and taking his family. And that's where, she should, come up, they becoming one. So now they both have that same vision of honoring God. But it's some women, they want the man to stop everything he's doing and spend his whole entire life of making her happy. It's centered around her. But it's supposed to be centered around what God is saying for the marriage.
Carol said, happy house, happy spouse. And Sabrina says, I want my spouse just as happy as I am. That makes me happy.
That's the only competition I put up there. You shouldn't compete with each other. There was one. but the only competition is out out nicing the other person. A wife is not to compete. That's another. But see right there, ain't even finished it yet. A wife is to complete, not to compete. I was going to do it right up on that. I haven't did it yet.
And Micah says some guys are good guys, vice versa, but just not good for you. Absolutely.
Yes. That's why I say ain't no good men, ain't no good men. Well, he wasn't good for you, so he could go on with somebody else and be the father of the year, husband of the year with somebody else. Y'all with the wrong person, y'all with the wrong people. Same thing, with the woman. Y'all could be so toxic, not working out at all, not agreeing on anything at all.
Tisa, did you find it?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Hi,
How are you
Tisa.
doing?
How y'all doing? Yeah, I had to go through a lot of steps and go to Safari for it to let me up. No, I forgot what I was gonna say anyway, so I don't know
we were talking about relationships. And
go ahead.
No, we go ahead.
No, what are y'all talking about now particularly? I just wanted to comment on the dress thing. When you were saying a man telling you about how you dress and how women say you can't tell me what to wear. My take on it, it's just that same scenario. Like if you meet a man and he smokes or drinks, or you meet him at a club. So if you try to tell him to stop doing that, he's going to say, well, you met me at the club. You met me smoking. You met me drinking. It's the same thing with women. So to me, that type of scenario shouldn't happen, because if he meets you and he's getting to know you and you're dating, you're going to know how that woman presents herself. So he shouldn't even have to be telling you how and not to dress, because if it's something that's not acceptable to him, you move on. It's so many things. Relationships really are not that hard. They're really easy. People just make them difficult. And true, it's trauma from past relationships and all of that. But I'm just saying, those types of situations to me are like, shouldn't be happening. Some men don't mind how their women dress. Some men do. So if that woman doesn't meet your standards, you have to move on and find someone who does. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. So what it was this video of it was a husband, and he's videotaping his wife, and she has some skimpy clothes on, booty hanging out and everything.
Show the video because everybody keeps talking.
I don't know if I could try, but
okay.
But that was a scenario. So he did, like you're saying. I feel like if you are looking for that type of woman that don't have the butt hanging out, he went and found her as she
was.
Yes.
So now why do you want to change her afterwards? Because ultimately it's on that woman. Like Corey, I noticed he said in the chat, it's up to her to respect herself.
Absolutely.
How you represent yourself is totally up to you. And if women and men, we are representatives of one another. I represent you, you represent me. So you need to get a good representation of yourself, a good reflection of yourself, who you are. So you know how they say, when you see the man, you see the one, you're a representation of him. Yes. So if you see that woman dressed like that 9 times out of 10, if the man doesn't mind, that's probably okay with him. That's his mindset. That's the type of woman that he desires. And that's okay, because everybody, like what they like, they choose and be with whoever they like. And, so that's how I look at it. So that's why I say, when I see people and women get upset about, you're not going to tell me what to wear. There's men out there that won't say anything about what you're wearing. There's men out there that don't mind. So why get a man that he's trying to force you to not show yourself? That's just a waste of energy, when nine times out of 10, you should be asking him, why did you choose her? What made you choose her? What made you marry her? Now, sometimes I'm just saying, let's just be real. It's like, why would you marry someone like that? And then you expect her to change. It's the same
Yep.
thing with
You
women.
knew what she was
Expecting
about
them,
when you got her.
yeah, like they say, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. And I think that's a lesson that everybody needs to learn. Like, you need to believe them. It's on that person to change themselves. You can't, we're all only responsible for ourselves, you know. And I've just learned, like, with dealing with people and men and everything, that the only person I can change is me.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Hold on a minute. She can read a
I'm
couple.
gonna read some comments. He's hold on.
Did we do
No,
that
it's
one?
right here. We did. Micah said happiness is 2 types of ice cream.
Speaking of ice cream,
You got his all gone.
I'm gonna still show it to him. Tell him about it again.
Cereal addicts,
We
where
went
you can
to Cereal
go.
Addict today.
We had a milkshake. I had almond milk and vanilla ice cream, and I had strawberry kind of like glaze with mine was mixed with tricks. So it was the trick. I'm sorry. Fruity Pebbles was mixed on the inside of the ice cream, and then she put the Fruity Pebbles on top. He had strawberry ice cream and peach ice cream, and he had Apple Jacks on top. But they have like Cookie Crisp, Cocoa Puffs, Tricks, Golden Grams. They have all that.
Go
And
check
they
them
have
out.
different types of milk. Check them out.
Dunn Avenue.
And they're not expensive at all.
Dunn Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, where we at?
Okay. Micah, Sabrina says correct. I don't change a person. I do doesn't change a person. I'm sorry. Micah, that's true, TC. Derek, butter pecan and chocolate.
Y'all know it's a what kind of ice cream that's open around the corner?
Oh, Dreamettes.
They got a Dreamettes around the
Derek
corner.
and Micah too far away.
I'm just saying.
You talking about because of me?
Sharice know where every single ice cream shop
And
is
do.
in this surrounding 100
And
square
I
miles.
do. Call me if y'all need to find the nearest ice cream shop.
And they actually put one, what, a mile, 2 miles away from us.
It's a little bit further than that. Sabrina is down the street in the Rose Plaza. They got a Dreamettes over there. Carol says, ladies, your message should be clear and consistent. If you lead with your body, you're more likely to be perceived as an object that should be not used. It should be used, not a person who should be valued.
Yes, you dress to impress. Your dress is telling what you are advertising and what you're selling.
And Sabrina says that change will probably only last for a short while because she'll probably be unhappy. That is so true. And Corey said, God set the standards. Gotta follow.
All right. I want to hope this works. So any other comments about, like I said, it started off with statements that would destroy a marriage. So we went in a lot of different directions. But any other statements or advice that people have on the line about relationships or certain things that you shouldn't say in your marriage or things that would cause problems or issues in a marriage? Any other comments out there like that?
Y'all, and some of the things that I had when we first started, things that you shouldn't ask your husband was, mine was, am I better than your ex? Do you love me more than you love your ex? Why can't you do things like other couples? And how many people have you slept with?
Okay, Chris said,
and do you miss any of your exes?
Yeah, that's no woman question. Men ain't asking this stuff.
That was questions you don't ask.
Mm-hmm. So this is something that I saw today, and I found a video. Now I just hope the video worked. It's basically about men. It's not all about men, but it's just what's on TV. And I believe men are under attack. I believe marriage is under attack, but it's still a lot of, what's that taking away the masculine. There's a word for that. But anyway, just a lot of TV shows is putting down men, or they make men be men are the dummies, men are the stupid ones, in a lot of the TV shows and movies and stuff. So it's just tearing men down. But I saw this that's on mainstream TV show that come on nationwide. Let me see, share screen. Share screen. Okay. Yeah,
Hey, Micah trying to get on this. Is Micah on here? I don't know how to give her the link. I had to go into Safari and copy and paste the link, but she's trying to get in.
Okay, Micah's trying to get on.
She's saying, do I see her? And I don't see her. Asking me.
I haven't got I haven't got a beep from her yet.
Okay, because I told her to go onto your page, and then when you click the comments, Micah, if you can hear me, click the comments, and it'll have the link, and then you just follow it, and then you have to copy the link into your browser. I'm on Safari.
Yeah,
Micah can do it through StreamYard too, though, right? I heard somebody.
Yeah, there you go. I see y'all. I'm gonna play this video and then bring y'all in. Hopefully it. Yeah. And over here.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But with the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like my husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Yeah.
But you guys, well, you guys feel you guys are married to people that are more.
I have Handy Manny at home. You know, he fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So wait a second. I know what you're going to say. But wait. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it.
No,
it's a handyman she's talking about.
It's a handyman. Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And good for you guys. And then the rest of the time I need a wife. Because I've always said
everyone needs a wife.
No, I teased Vicky, my producer, in the morning. I was like, if you'd like to join Max and I, not in that way, but like Vicky and I could kill it as household runners. Like we would be laughing, giggling, doing all the things. And Max would be so psyched I was wasting all my words somewhere else anyway. So it would be a perfect combo. And the other day, Caleb said to me, this is my youngest son, he said, Mama, I want a spare mom. And I didn't know what he meant. And he said, Genevieve has a spare mom. And I realized the parents were divorced.
Nanny?
No, divorced. An extra mom, like 2 moms. And so I asked him, because at first I was a little wounded. I was like, what am I not doing? You know, and he's like, no, I just think at bedtime, you always have to pay attention to the other kids too. And if we had a spare mom, dad, and you could, then you just get a focus on me. And it was so sweet. He didn't ask for a spare dad, by the way. He asked for a spare mom.
I took this totally differently in how I prepped because broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are saying what needs to be said in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
But that's the whole thing. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how replaceable
the reason
they are.
that women.
I'll just stop it there. Let me see. Got it. Can y'all hear me now? Come on. Y'all able to hear that?
TC, you still there?
Yeah, I'm just on mute. I'm gonna drop down because y'all ain't finna have me three's a crowd. I'm just I'm by myself embarrassed.
I actually TC,
I'm just playing. I'll
agree with
stay.
you this time, and usually
What?
I don't agree with you. So that was positive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Good.
We'll talk after.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you want to stay in, TC, or you want to drop?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in. I was joking. I was being funny.
Okay, so I still want to get your. I know you get mad at me, and sometimes I still want to get your feedback on what those ladies were saying.
No, you did not. You said I get mad at me. I mean, Joe, I don't really have any feedback with that because, yeah, I could understand where the lady at the end, where she was coming from as far as what she said about her husband, so the rest of it, I kind of tuned out. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can speak on that part.
Okay.
I agreed with what Chris said in the chat, that that communication is the key. We had to, even though we're pretty, we pretty much married ourselves actually, but the opposite versions of ourselves. But we did have to learn that communication piece because Derek is the type that he wants to solve whatever it is immediately. And I am the type that you have to give me a second so that I could process, so that I don't say anything that I cannot take back. And so we had to learn how to compromise with that, because marriage, I mean, I know people are like, oh, marriage is, all the time great and fun, whatever, but sometimes it gets tough, especially during tough times, and that communication.
But one thing that you have to have is grace. If you have grace, then you know what? Both couples, both people have to have grace for each other. Because if you don't, then you can't make it through that situation of communicating or whatever comes your way.
Mm-hmm. So it's still, I believe, it's a part of understanding how men and women think. Men are a lot of times men are problem solvers. So you bring a man a problem, he feels like, what I need to do to fix the problem. Women, a lot of times, they just want somebody to listen. A lot of times, men, we don't understand that. We don't understand just talking and let somebody listen. We understand, you bring me a problem, and I start calculating in my mind, how do I come up with a solution to fix this problem? And a lot of women, they're not looking for a solution. They're looking for somebody to listen. So that's why both people need to understand how the other person is thinking. And
I think when guys are immediately trying to, I'm trying to put Derek in the camera. I'm sorry.
Y'all know that ain't true. She want to be in the camera.
That's not true. Okay. Yeah. So I think a lot of times when guys try to problem solve, like a microwave, a quick fix or whatever, you're just putting a Band-Aid on a problem that will fester, and then it's going to explode. So that's why with me, I have to take time to process it, and let's try to work it out that way, not instant fix like a flat tire.
It's not really like an instant fix, but it's like, or if the car is broke down, we need to find out what caused it to break down and what to do to fix it.
I know, but sometimes you can't. I think what I was saying, like, he wants to resolve it immediately, and sometimes you have to put a pause on it and think about it. And so sometimes it's not always like an instant fix.
And that's me, because I'm like Derek, I need an instant fix.
The Bible says that you shouldn't go to bed. mad at each other, right?
Well, we're all a work in progress.
Yeah, the Bible say that, but everybody can't grasp that right then. And but when I'm saying that I had to grasp that as in meaning that I got to understand the way she is, and also she got to understand the way I am. And we have to be to a point that we have to be, give each other grace.
Yeah.
Well, as a single woman, since Michael, you don't agree with nothing from me, and Joe said I'm mad, angry with men. Oh, I'm so offended. But okay, but I was gonna say, but can we just all frankly say that maybe because females and men and males, we haven't been taught what our roles are in relationships. Because we all went to school, but who really taught us outside of us seeing maybe examples in our homes as far as what our parents were doing? And if I'm being honest, I had to learn as a grown woman. I had to let a man teach me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of women may get offended by that, but I had a man to tell me this, and that. I wasn't offended by it. I love that, because when Micah said Jared wants to fix it right away, I'm like that too. Like women don't realize that men, that's how they are. What Joe said, when you come to them with a problem, they don't want to hear about your feelings. They want to fix it. They want to take care of it. They don't want you crying. They say, we're going to do this. And they may want you to shut up the tears, and you just want to talk and get in your feelings, and then he's going to take you out of your feelings to be like, baby, that's what you need from a man, because a man can bring you back down because their minds are wired differently than ours. And then you balance each other out. It works. Like the lady said, I need my husband. My situation was so crazy because y'all, my light bulb in my refrigerator. Okay, I had, an ex. He fixed everything for me. If I went to him with something, he fixed it. When you don't have that anymore, you miss it. I'm sorry. Some women want to hire a handyman, but when you have a man that comes around and he fixes everything for you and you don't have to worry about it, it matters. My light bulb wasn't working in the refrigerator. I had to go for weeks and months without a light bulb. The maintenance man came and screwed in the light bulb. Do you know how emotional I got because he put the light bulb in the refrigerator? So something as simple as that, I was like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? It was the maintenance man that did it. I was just like, wow. Something simple as that. And I felt stupid because I'm like, I know I screwed the light bulb in, so it must have been something I was missing. That's why I said men, they're wired differently from us. And then I think it's us as women to appreciate what they have to offer. Okay, I'm done.
And T said, I will say this. There were times when I'll panic and I may start crying or whatever. and Joe's like,
you like to cry?
Yeah, Joe's like, why you crying?
Yep.
He was like, it's gonna be okay.
Yep.
And even if something happened and Chris is listening, he'll be like, Mom, it's okay. Everything gonna be all right. Cora, all of them just be like, they know I'm look.
What you crying for?
Right, that's Joe. Just like, let me cry. You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna, no. And he get right on. That's why I call him Superman, because I feel like he can fix anything. He make everything all right.
Exactly. And he makes you feel safe and secure. And that's what women need. They miss what they really need from a man and what his purpose is. And then, yes, you want him to cater to your emotions, but sometimes it's not, you can't always be in your feelings. You have to think logically. When you get in your feelings, you can't think logically. I think I don't know if we've all been there. When you're in your feelings, situations don't come out right, or you make mistakes, So, it's a work in progress dealing with it. But like I said, I think it's women, it just understanding each other's role and learning to appreciate it. Maybe we'll bring back that Black love because we're so busy saying we don't need each other and they don't see the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I played that video.
I guess I don't understand what you're saying right there, TC. as far as I think it goes back to what Chris was talking about earlier when he was saying traditional versus modern as far as roles. Because, I guess traditional, the man was the sole provider and he did everything, da 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 da. But I think, like with us, we just do it all together.
Yeah, together.
Like we're in an equal partnership versus like the traditional
But you got these men that's gonna take care of the household and do everything for the woman. Then you got the woman that don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing.
Okay, so I guess, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I heard one of my daughter's friends say the same thing, like you need to know your role. And she, she makes quite a bit more than he does. And she's kind of in that male role, traditional male role in the relationship. So I guess maybe from the beginning establish what the role is. I don't know. I
think we put a lot of value on the money.
Yeah.
The money. I know a lot of people like I was like it's a lot of marriages. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos where the woman either didn't have a job or made just as much as the man did, but then she went and got educated, and then she went and started making more money than her husband, and then she felt that she could look down upon her husband. But it shouldn't be. It should be a marriage. A marriage, the couple becomes one. So whatever money comes in is that whole marriages, that marriage, instead of I make this and you make that. So I'm better.
I don't think, well, in that particular scenario, it's not just money. It's the fixing of things, mowing the lawn, all of those things, which typically, I guess traditionally, the man did that. He, he's the one that fixed the flat tires and stuff like that. Well, because she came into the marriage knowing how to do all of those things, she is the person that does those things versus, she makes, a lot of money. We could pull that out, but she does everything else. Like TC was talking about changing a light bulb. She, even though she was afraid of heights, she went up in the attic and, got whatever the supplies needed.
That would be my question. Still, those things doesn't make the man, but what does he bring as the man? That's what I would ask him as a man to man. If that was my sister and I see her doing everything, she's making the money, she's taking care of everything in the household. I'm like, so I got to go to him man to man. Hey man, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And I agree with you, but I guess I was basically asking TC, or Chris, I don't know who else was on, but what is that role? I don't know. I mean, we, like I said, we're in a partnership, so it's a little bit different, but I think, I don't know, the establishing what role you play. I don't know. I was just trying to think on that.
I believe in as a team, I feel like, we are one, but also we are a team. So we make a plan as a team and we end up as a team. So that's the way I believe it. I feel that my wife feel the same way. I'm not going to try to make her do more than me. And it's going to be, and honestly, it's going to be sometimes that I may do more than her, or she may do more than me. But at the end of the day, it's still one, right?
That's what it's all about. Is one. So it's really no such. There's no roles.
No role.
I guess I was
job got to be done.
Yeah.
If a job has to be done, but still, I'm talking about from biblically as the man is still, I'll call it the man, the head. What I mean, head is responsible. God is looking at the man as being responsible, and it's the man's job to protect and provide. If that woman can't work, if the woman can't bring anything, the woman gets sick, he is the head. He is the one that's held responsible for taking care of his wife. But still, it's still, I don't think it's like a set standard or list of things. This is your role and this is your role, especially in this day time. It's not. Now it is. There's a job needs to be done. If kids need to get ready, who's the one that's available to help the kids get ready? If food needs to be cooked for dinner, who's the one that's available to cook the food? It might be a few women that want to cut the grass, but it's still some things like that where the woman can say, you cut the grass, you take out the trash, certain things like that. But it's still, I don't think the day that we're living in is not like a set, the wife stays home and be barefoot and pregnant, that those days are well, I can't say
It's
that.
kind of,
There's probably somebody still do that.
it's kind of funny because when we first started out, we had like a little set schedule. Like I would cook on Mondays and Wednesdays, and he was supposed to cook on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it was, really set. It was all, cookie cutter, whatever. Now, whoever's not tired
Yeah.
cooks.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is no special day or special time. So
Yeah.
that's kind of funny. The job just gets done.
Okay, we can do some speed comments.
Corey said, God sets a standard, just follow. Chris said, just communicate. Carol says, Corey, that is correct. The order must be followed. That's where the problem exists. Corey said, use this, and this is in regards to the video. Chris said, I think all women that believe men are useless should live life without one. They'll find out real quick, won't they, Chris? Chris says they will pay someone to do a job, and it's a man. Chris, and she just downed her own husband. She should be ashamed. Sabrina agreed with him. Yes. Carol says men have seeds. Men are the beginning of order and creation. Without men, the human population would die out. Scripture says, for indeed, man was not created for women's sake, but women for man's sake. Sherelle said, I need a man. Ashley said, if you don't need a man, then you don't need God either. Sherelle funny. Corey said, grace. Corey said, yes. Drina said that grace is very important. Ashley agreed. Sherelle said, give me grace daily, so I should be giving others grace. God gives me grace daily, so I should give others grace. Chris said, Chris said, stay away from anyone who does not need you. A lesson I learned the hard way. Corey said, men are logical thinkers for sure. Miss Bernadette said, come on. Miss Bernadette said, the car, the things around the house, etc. Now it will be 24 years. So I'm saying right now, it may be just a man thing, but getting to wanting companionship. Miss Bernadette said, never did that when my salary went higher. Sherelle said, how marriage works is based on the two people in the roles. Roles can be reversed if it works for the couple. Sabrina said, my husband conditioned me to be the way, and now I'm spoiled. I can't help it. Every household is different. No household is the same. I think that's where a lot of households go wrong. Carol says, someone said earlier, communication. Ashley said, whatever works for the household at the time, especially with small children. Corey said, traditional or modern marriage is what works for both of you. Corey said, just communicate. Sherelle said, seriously, I wouldn't want to live without a man.
So that's okay. That man part. So I played that video. It was just showing how men are under attack or how men are belittled. And we need each other. The men need the women, women need the men. But it's some people, as you saw, all those women on The View, they're even putting their husbands down. One of them said, I need my husband. The rest of them, they're putting their husband down. Mm-hmm. I just need him to fix stuff around the house. He's the manny, or I just need him a couple times a week to, in the bed. That's just disrespect. And someone said that, what if men got on a show, a national TV show, and said that about women? that show probably would have been canceled. So it's fine to attack men and put men down, say we don't need men stupid, men dumb, but reverse it can't. It's double standard. Huh?
I hate to know.
So we got some more comments.
Sherelle said my response was based on the video. A woman needs a man! Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
All right. So any more comments on what I'm saying? Men been attacked, or men being belittled, men being feminized.
Well, Joe,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, in a marriage, you know, as we grow to know each other, the design order, what God wants us to do, He wants us to shape each other. You know what I mean by shape each other? Meaning that woman bring the best out of you, and you bring the best out of that woman.
I agree.
And
so he might have been shy. He might have not wanted to dance and sing aloud. But I brought that out of him.
Yeah, y'all see.
It was hidden, and now it's come to
It should have stayed hidden, Lauren. I mean, not Lauren. I mean, Michael.
No.
I'm just playing, Derek.
No,
you should have kept that to yourself. We good.
Stop there.
We good, Derek. Keep that in the house. I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
No, TZ. No. Lord have mercy, boy, I tell you.
Hey, no, we've been out here a long time. Here's one more thing I wanted to talk real quick. It's a video I'm going to play real fast, and I got to get y'all opinion on this. I think I'm not going to play the whole thing, but yeah, I need y'all opinion on this. Hold on, if you.
All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for a ticket, and that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation. We already have spent maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We paid for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Is we wrong? We like, let me know. Let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to go meet Chris Brown for $1,000 something. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like these weddings.
I have a problem with that. First of all, sir, you're not Beyonce. Second of all, I'm not paying $450 to go see Beyonce. So what makes you think I'm going to pay $450 to go to your wedding? And then you expect the gift. Are we paying for the wedding? That's ridiculous. I don't blame the friends and family and the guests for not showing up.
What comments?
He is crazy.
TC, what you say? Would you come to our wedding and we charge you $450?
No.
Come on now. Even if we put you in the wedding, you got to pay for your dress and $450.
He said you better not come.
I better not come. Okay.
No.
Sharice told me not to come, so that's a definite no. Why? Who pays that type of money to attend a wedding?
Exactly. It sounds foolish. What does the comment say? Sabrina said, nope, not going. Sherelle said, I have a problem with that. You decided to get married. If you can't afford the wedding, don't have it. They are wrong. Kara say, sounds like he broke. Chris say, April Fools.
Well, he said now it seems like you bragging, because a lot of people I know that they brag about the money they spend at these.
$200,000?
Yeah.
That's a house. You can go towards a house. That's
what Shannon Sharp said. That's he multi-millionaire. He was like, no way. And he was saying he would give his daughter $30,000 and they can do whatever they want to do with the $30,000. That's all he's doing. If he got to pay $200,000, he's putting that towards a house.
Absolutely.
But they free. If that guy got $200,000 to spend on his wedding, God bless you.
Exactly.
But now you upset that you done spent $200,000. Now you want your you upset that your family friend refused to pay $450 to come to the wedding.
To me, sounds like they're paying for the wedding.
They are paying for their they're paying for their love. They're paying for their entertainment.
They're paying the credit cards off. Okay.
They need a lot of people to pay that $200,000.
Absolutely.
But $450 a person is insane.
Why are you charging people to come to your wedding anyway?
Just charging someone to come to your wedding anyway, I think it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
You're trying to cover that bill.
That's why exactly. That's what he's trying to do.
Double elope.
Mm-hmm. But he's
they're gonna get married, but it'll be by themselves. You know the old sayings, how people say, "Well, I don't care if just me and the spouse there." Well, that's what kind of wedding you're gonna have. You're gonna have plenty of food and plenty of cake.
But I get I didn't finish the whole video, but I'm thinking if he paid all that money, they don't want their money back. I mean, they if a lot of people, they already got stuff paid for. We're not gonna get no refund.
Absolutely.
So I guess he still had to go ahead and have a $200,000 wedding, and with no people there. It's crazy.
He notified all them people. It was a joke.
But yeah, I think a lot of people they spend all this money for show and hey, I paid $200,000 for the wedding, and I made people pay $450 to come to the wedding. I had Beyonce to come to the wedding.
But most of his gifts are probably not going to be $450. So, come on now.
Is this a content creator? Because I know nowadays people who are creating content, they try to do really outlandish things just for the views and the comments. So I'm just saying, I don't believe everything I see that people with videos. I mean, I've never heard of anything like that. So I was wondering, what is he? Is he popular? Is he a content creator or something?
I agree, TC. I think.
Well, I found it was another content creator that doing what we're doing was talking about the video. I think other people were discussing it. So I went and found the original one. So that was the one that I just wrote. That's the original guy who actually put it up. So I don't know. I guess you can dig into it and see if he actually had the wedding, was planning on the wedding, but. He seemed sincere to me, asking why the people didn't show up.
Yeah, I agree.
He was mad that they didn't show up.
With TC when she was talking about that social media, because sometimes you put it out there for the views or the likes or whatever, just to see, how people are going to respond. And of course, people are going to angrily respond to something like that.
Yeah,
you got to remember.
And I try to like a lot of, go ahead.
You ain't got to worry about nobody eating your cake.
Right.
Hey,
we'll get a piece.
Look at you can take many plates home you want to. Put in the trunk, everything.
They take a lot of food home. But it was this couple. It's a real pretty girl and a real. I don't say real big dude. And the post was like, it was something negative, like the pretty girl wouldn't date big guy, something like that. And I was like, oh man, we got to talk about this. But I went and found them. They put their video out because people was dogging them out, picking at them. And in reality, they are a couple. She's a cheerleader and he was a football player, and they went out and started dating. She fell in love with him, and now they live together and everything. But they put videos out, and other people take that video. So it was a video like that, it's like, oh man, it's wrong how she treating this guy. And kind of find out them jokers are, in love with each other. I don't know if they got married yet or not. It's got all these videos of them living their life together, enjoying each other. They put out this one video about she didn't like him. That's the video that, went viral. But they still make money off, being together. But that one video like that, so I caught myself okay, we're going to discuss that and find out it wasn't even real. But so yeah, I do try to find the original source and see, you know, if it's a real story or not. But all right, good people. And did we miss any? Did we get all the comments?
Sabrina said for sure. Carol said attention edition. And Derek said, yeah, we didn't get to eat our own cake. Sorry, it was good.
Did I get some?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
wow.
I shouldn't say that. If I don't get cake, there ain't no reason for me to go.
Well, then we should have left our wedding.
Joe didn't get no cake.
Because we didn't get any.
So we, you know, we got to make up for that on your anniversary. Pound cake, none bun cake.
No, that ain't a real cake.
All right, I thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
For those of y'all, I'm real quick. If y'all haven't downloaded our app, we are on Fire TV and on Roku. You can go to Roku and download Purpose Inspired TV. Thank you very much. I'm gonna remove y'all too. I will see y'all next time. Oh, they removed themselves. Bye, then. Yes, thank y'all so much for joining us. But yes, you can. Some of these shows will be on our TV show, Purpose Inspired TV. So this show is Purpose from the Mind of Little Joe. Talk about all different types of subjects. Yes, you can watch this again. So we're going to be having some clips that you're going to be able to see on my page, from the Mind of Little Joe page, and from the Mind of Little Joe on TikTok and the TV channel. So if you just download the app, you will help us out. And remember to like and share and follow. All right. I pray everybody have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you for participating.
Attention content creators. Are you tired of struggling to get your work noticed, or are you ready to expand? Look no further than Purpose Inspired TV. We offer a unique opportunity to reach a wider audience by being available on Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, and more. But it's not just about exposure. Purpose Inspired TV is dedicated to uplifting, inspiring, entertaining, and educating viewers with positive content. Whether you're a motivational speaker, a musician, an actor, or a comedian, we want to help you share your message with the world. So why limit yourself to social media platforms when you can now be on TV? With Purpose Inspired TV, you can take your creativity to the next level and make an even bigger impact on your audience. Join Purpose Inspired TV and start sharing your content on TV today.